Welcome to TraneWreck'd. I am your host, Coltrane, and I did not realize how much like a soap opera that song sounded. Sound like somebody's about to get their ass whipped in Point Place or wherever the hell that is. I am your host, Coltrane, and I am alongside my right-hand lady, Shell Train. I'm trying to hit the button. There we go.
Hello.
And she is on my right-hand side on the screen. And she almost missed the donkey, but she made the other forms of conveyance on time. So JJ finally made it on time to the show. She was actually in before the show started.
For you.
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Yes.
You saw my name at the bottom down there.
Well, yeah, you had to step up, but you weren't there.
I was backstage walking around,
Literally
giving notes to the attendants and whatnot. How was your week so far?
Not too bad. It's like any other week. I don't get Labor Day off. If
Ooh, that's
sorry.
That smoker's cough, boy.
If the holidays, whatever they are, aside from Christmas and Thanksgiving, fall on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I still have dialysis.
Oh yeah.
And you can't like switch days out. Well, you have to go when you have to go.
Yeah. I can switch days out, and my center is really good about it because I hate going to dialysis.
I don't know anybody that thinks it's a vacation.
Of course, I hate going to dialysis, but there are days when I wake up and I feel like I'm full of so much energy. I'll call in and be like, I'm not coming today. They don't even ask me why anymore. They just tell me, well, the symptoms, what to look out for, otherwise we'll see you. And do you want to come tomorrow? And if I do, I say yes. If I don't, I say no. And they're okay. They have to be okay with it because I'm not going to change it. So they've talked to me. The doctors have said stuff to me. Everybody, they're like, this is the risk. Every time you miss dialysis, you up your chances for dying in the next 30 days. Every time, blah, 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 blah. I know all this. I've been doing this for 16 years, man. Right. I know the risk. I know what I'm doing. But it's just like everybody knows the risk of smoking cigarettes and they still do it. But, everybody, it just, sorry.
Well, that was my favorite part about the whole vaccine thing. I don't know what's in it. But then they go get a tattoo and then run to McDonald's and, get whatever they. Man, I read somewhere that the Chick-fil-A sandwich has 42 ingredients in it.
Oh my God.
All the, I have to verify that, but it was a nutritionist that said that.
Wow.
So 42 ingredients.
42 spices?
No ingredients, like the shit
preservatives
and all that, peppers.
I know, but didn't they
flour
not being
okay, say that one more time.
It's not safe to eat anymore, ever.
No, nothing is really. Now, is that Jana or Janya? I think that's Jana by Faith.
Jana.
That's Jana. Yep.
Jana.
How you doing, darling? Good to see you. And everybody else who just said hello, they went by so fast. Do it again. Flip those people through so I can say hello one at a time, make them feel a little bit special. Hello, Jana.
Jana.
Hello,
John. How's it going?
And I think it's Ryan. She's one of our Philippine ladies.
Ryan.
She calls me her uncle.
No.
It's funny when you're on that other show, boy, they just all love you. Hi, Dan. How you doing? That's Christy's friend,
Diane.
Actually. So thank you for uploading at least one more person. And for the rest of you, if you are watching on Facebook, you should be watching on YouTube because we're going to be going exclusively within the next couple of months here. But except for the Philippines, I know you guys don't get YouTube over there, so you will be invited specifically, directly, yada, yada, yada. But the rest of you, get on over here to YouTube as I'm trying to find these goddamn...
Shut up, Tyra. You take long enough to get everywhere.
What's he talking about? What I miss?
Y'all took long enough.
Oh, shut up.
Anyways.
Here's the official YouTube page. If you are on Facebook right now and would like to come over here, subscription does have its benefits. Subscription is free. So remember, if you're among the first 200, you will be getting discounts on any kind of merch. A lot of special treatment. I don't feel like going through all that right now. I'm tired. If you want to, the show page on Instagram is that right there. It is Instagram.com/TraneWreck_D. It's spelled just like that, except for the apostrophe is going to be an underscore. A underscore. I went to the college. The official Jaded Zen Entertainment page is on Facebook. You will be talking to JJ most likely. Most likely. And if you want to talk to me directly, you need to DM me, tell me I suck, show me your nasty nudes or whatever like that. I'm down. Let's go right here. Or I believe it's just Facebook.com/ actually it's /Jason Tivis. You better just go ahead and hit that thing because I don't know. If you didn't see our August 28th show on the Star Maker Bowling Show, I suggest you go back and watch it.
Yes.
It's actually we wound up doing 2.5 hours. You'll hear a lot of inside information from Anthony Scaramucci, who was Trump's right-hand man during the first term before he realized that he was an idiot and possibly the fattest president we've ever had. So, his word.
That's true. I think Taft was bigger.
No, they're saying it's about neck and neck.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you got to remember, back then, fat was everybody was skinny.
Right.
So if you had a fat person, they really stood out. But now, you got a world full of fat people. So you got the fat person of the fat people. That's the size differences are just different. Because you've never been to New York City, but people were small, like the 1800s. They're like just regular sized buildings. I have trouble fitting through some doorways and bumping my head on things, and even like some of the telephone booths were, the older ones, and the older elevators were really small, kind of like the Capitol building, how small that elevator is.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just, people just grew over time, all these chemicals and milk and all that shit we're putting in our body. So anyway, yeah, Mr. Cena, John Cena Sr. came on and spent he spent damn near the whole 2.5 hours with us. We got all our cracks in on Kenny. And so, yeah, I actually got a lot of words in during that show. Bobby did not get so much, but
it was a great show too. It really was.
It was a really fun show.
And I did look it up, and President Taft is still the largest president, heaviest president, I should say. He was between 335 to 340, whereas Trump is supposedly only 224.
Ain't no way.
That is bullshit.
That's
I'm telling you right now. Okay.
But he lies about everything, so
Yeah.
Well, even when you compare him to other people, like, I know he has lifts in his shoes and everything, but I know for a fact Vince McMahon is 6'2" and about 250. And, he put his coat on to look like he was more hulking and had boots on and shit like that. But you can see he's a large man because you see Vince standing next to other large men. He's just a big blubbery, just
gross.
It's disgusting. And the way people follow him off a cliff, it's just like, how do you look at that and say, that's the man? He's got his shit together.
Right.
People like us were these kids right here. We weren't struggling to listen. We just knew the bullshit. Had to tune that shit out. And, just remember this. Never be afraid to treat people the way they treat you, because they do you that way.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So anyway,
how would you say her name?
Whose?
Zoe Jane?
I would imagine.
I've never spoken
to her. That's how I'd say it.
Zoe Jane, I would imagine. If that's correct, just give me a thumbs up. So in the news, we have, did you hear about Snoop freaking out when he saw the Pixar movie and there was a lesbian couple in there?
No, I didn't hear about that.
You didn't? Okay.
I read a couple of headlines, but I didn't dive in. What happened?
All right. Well, he took his grandkids to see Buzz Lightyear. Okay. And he said, Now he's almost scared to go to the movies after seeing the same sex couple in the film Lightyear, where they had a baby. My grandson in the middle of the movie is like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. He said during an appearance on It's Giving podcast in August. I didn't come in for this shit. Just want to watch the goddamn movie. Um, he said they just said she had a baby. They both women. How did she have a baby? The rapper continued as he imitated his grandson. I'm like scared to go to the movies. Y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for. Didn't you have an album called Murder Was the Case that they gave me?
But he knows about that. What the fuck are you talking about?
What'd you say?
I said, but he knows about that. What are you talking about?
Oh, he knows about all that other shit too, because T.S. Anderson, who is a famous transgender, told him this. My question is, Snoop, you have music videos with women dancing and kissing other women, dancing naked. So why is displaying lesbian behavior in your music videos appropriate? Are you afraid to answer the questions from your grandchildren?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's exactly what it is. See, especially with a lot of these conservatives that want to ban books, burn books. They don't want this and that in their school because they have to answer questions that they're uncomfortable answering. And what kind of pussy are you that you can't answer your kids' questions and then tell them, this is shit you don't do. And here's why you don't do it, because your Uncle Fred,
so uncomfortable for me to answer those questions for my grandchildren because, a few of them are up there. They understand, they see, they know. And they ask their moms, and their moms go, Yaya knows everything. Ask her.
See,
so they couldn't even answer.
And to me, it's not even that embarrassing. I have girls, and I'll talk about sex.
I'm like, it doesn't make any difference who you love, and people love who they love. That's just it. If it's two guys, it's two guys. Two girls, two girls. If it's a black man and a white woman, or it's a white man and a black woman, just like your mom and dad, that's just
people.
What happens. People love people. That's it.
Yeah, that was a trip back in the 60s and 70s, people. And to this day, it doesn't matter if I'm with Michelle or any white woman that's a friend. I get the white woman always notices. I don't notice anymore because I'm just used to it. But they always notice how many stares they're getting and how those stares aren't friendly ones.
Yeah.
And I don't even notice anymore because it's just I live that life. I already know I got stank eye on me and shit. And they're already looking at me to fuck up more than they're, the kid over there that's actually fucking up. That's right. But, that's just the world we live in. So,
I like to walk behind my kids and watch people's reactions and then call them out on it and be like, what you looking at? Never seen a black person? Or is it the white person you've never seen? What are we stuck on?
I just stare at you long enough to make you uncomfortable. You have somebody.
I always got to say something, and Tyra hates it. She wears.
Yeah, because she's the one that's got to fight.
No, she doesn't. It would be me. Trust.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. You're right.
And when she wears shorts or whatever, people will stop. And I'm talking adults will stop and stare at her. And that's where I shine. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at?
Right.
They're called braces. What did you think they were? And didn't your mama ever teach you it's better not to stare, just come up, ask her what they are. She'll tell you.
Well,
yeah. Might not be nice about it if you ask stupid, but she'll tell you. People are just, it's like, that's what's wrong with the United States. People are so much in everybody else's business that they forget to mind their own. And then their shit starts falling apart and they can't figure out why. Well, you can tell me what Bobby and his wife did last week, but what did you do with your wife?
Right.
Hang on a second here. Who the fuck are you? And what girl are you talking about? Don't play no games with me on here now, because I'll fuck you up publicly, all right? Now, tell me who the fuck you are. Tell me who the fuck you think I am. And tell me what your problem is. All right? Don't be no bitch. All right, so anyway.
Who the hell did we even talk about?
I have no idea, but fuck him. So, he apparently knows me because he's saying some shit about laying around the house watching weed and shit.
Yeah, he must have.
Well,
watched
tell me who the
last
fuck
week.
you are and come see me, bitch. Who are you?
And are you in
Matter of fact-
Nebraska? Because you might be barking up the wrong tree.
You know what? I bet you it's that dude that's fucking with Sharice. Remember, did you see that online?
No.
Tell me who you are, bitch. Because I don't play these childish games, because here's what's going to happen. You show up, I'm either going to put you to sleep or shoot you.
Well,
All right, so tell me who
Yeah.
the fuck you are. Do it in my DM if you got to do that shit, but who the fuck are you? Why you coming on here trying to start shit? And understand, there's a bunch of people that'll get to you before you even get to me.
Mhm.
So I don't need to threaten. I don't need to come see you when I can just have you brought to me in a trunk.
oh, yeah, troll.
So
Forgot.
let's move on. Anyway, you won't do nothing, you bum.
Yep.
But that's the thing. You ain't saying who the fuck you are. I am right here. My name, my government name, all that shit is all over the place. And you know what? So it's my address. So come see me, bitch. So let's get back to what we
Thank
Just
you,
John. Yeah.
John.
So anyway, back to business. So Snoop had all this shit to say. Then Marlon had this to say. Marlon Wayans had this to say about Snoop.
Oh, that's
The Hollywood agenda is to make kids empathetic, not gay. Okay, this motherfucker's getting on my goddamn nerves. You know what?
Well, keep it moving.
Swain. That's a bitch name anyway. Swain. So tell me who you are, what you want.
Who is your girl at the very
Yeah, and who is the girl?
What,
I don't
what
know who the fuck your girl is, and I don't give a shit. I don't want you, bitch. You dumb
Right.
fuck. And yeah, come see me. You'll get a shin to shin. Let's see. His name is Thug Life AK 4799. And let's see. Joined August 31st, 2005. Yeah, that's that motherfucker that's fucking with Sharice. Yeah. See,
Oh, nope.
yeah. Let me go ahead and
For
I'm
sure.
share his shit. You remember Sharice? I think her last name was Battle. Something like that. Anyway, I'll show you all that shit. But he's
Okay.
fucking around, and what he tried to do was put a new account, and he tried to DM me talking about Captain Saberho because I said I love you online. So I think he thinks I'm the one that she's with. So I told him I don't play these fucking games, and then I put it on blast. I put him on the, I shared what the hell I said. So he ain't like that.
Yep.
So, and that's the thing, man.
Hey,
I don't
Go
play
cry
these
in the
games.
corner. Go cry in the corner.
Yeah, go cry in the corner,
Yeah.
little bitch.
You'll be fine.
Here he is. Let me get this shit out the way. Here's who's saying all this shit. So I'm putting you on blast, brother, because I am right the fuck here. All right. So anyway, Marlon had this to say about Snoop. I don't know how to stop sharing that shit. There we go. Hollywood agenda is to make kids empathetic, not gay.
Mhm.
And that's what I don't understand is like, why does everybody think that we're trying to make you gay? Like, what is the end game there?
Yeah, like
Right.
why would we? What do we gain from that? We're not trying to make your children gay. We're trying to make you be all inclusive as you should be.
Yep.
Exactly.
And educate
what
them.
difference does it make? If every Hollywood star tomorrow woke up and was gay, that would not make any bit of difference in your life. So why in the world would you? Why do people care that? I could go on and on and on.
Again, it's the fact that they're battling their own feelings,
Yeah.
and so it's and when you're battling your own feelings and it's feelings that isn't really what the public wants, people hide. And sometimes they hide behind anger, sometimes they hide behind their homophobia. And I tell you what, some of the people that that came out after high school were some of those people that were just like hardcore anti-gay. And then it's like they didn't only open the closet door, they unscrewed that motherfucker and kicked it off.
Come out. He kicked the door open and flew out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay.
I'm sorry.
I said, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, Snoop did apologize. I was just caught off guard and had no answer for my grandsons, the rapper reportedly wrote. All my gay friend knows what's up. They've been calling me with love. My bad for not knowing the answer for a 6-year-old, the comment said. Teach me how to learn. I'm not perfect. So, that was all cool, right?
Yeah.
Except it was fake.
No.
Snoop's Snoop's rep actually says that it was fake.
What?
And doubled down. It is fake. He said it appears the comments made by his verified Instagram were not written by anyone on his team. So I'm guessing he's saying that it got hacked or whatever. But that's the world we live in.
But so well, couldn't it be somebody that hacked in the night before and said something about him not being able to answer the question to his grandmother or his grandson? So you guys will take one as being fake, but the other one is genuine. He had to do it. It had to be him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
People, you cannot have both sides of the bed. You can't.
That's not how shit works.
No, it's not.
Also in the news, now this is one of those things that just it just pisses me off. How everybody always wants to gatekeep what you are or what you say you are. And I think we already talked about last week. How you gonna tell me who the fuck I am? You know who you are. There's a big old issue with Cardi B saying that she is Afro-Caribbean, not black. Okay.
Oh my God.
So her family derives from the Caribbean, correct?
Mm.
So
and she is of black descent, right?
Right.
But see, that's the thing. Brothers want her to say that she's black. And it's just like
he is, but
yeah. But they want her to say that specifically, and that's what I'm talking about, the gatekeeping.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually a story.
God.
So
that's ridiculous. I saw something about her going to court. I didn't see anything about that. I don't even know what she was going to court for. I listened for a second, and she started talking, and I was like, I can't listen to her talk.
Yeah, I can't either.
That's my thing. I can't stand to look at her. I can't stand to listen to her.
Mm-mm.
I'm not going to say that she's ugly.
Yeah.
But staring at her too long is kind of hard to do, because she is a whole bunch of makeup.
Yeah.
She's definitely one of those people that you meet at the club, and the next morning you're like, this is not the person I met at the club after they take off their makeup.
The one you wake up with ain't the one you went to bed with.
Yeah.
And the voice, it doesn't sound to me like an accent. It sounds to me like ignorance.
Yeah, she just sounds ignorant as hell.
Yep.
And I'm just like, sorry, I don't know what you're going to court for, but good luck. And then I just changed it. So
yeah.
Let's see what else here. There's a few things I'm kind of skipping over for the sake of time. In the bodybuilding world, I wouldn't say the bodybuilding world, in the entertainment world, in bodybuilding, you'll never guess who just placed third in a bodybuilding competition. He's a rapper. He's someone that you wouldn't necessarily think would have a physique. He's from Atlanta.
Is he our rapper or today's rapper?
Our rapper.
LL Cool J?
Nope. He's somebody that wouldn't be.
Yeah, he would definitely.
Yeah, you would think that he's doing it.
Yeah. No, the first person I thought of was Eminem, but then I'm like, no, because I've seen pictures of him and he's not that built. I have no idea.
No idea.
All right, I'm trying to find a picture to pull up here. It is, Lil Jon.
Oh.
Placed third in a competition, believe it or not.
Good for him.
Yeah, so he decided to look at that.
Wow.
Remember what he used to look like?
There it is. Yep.
He just had that big baggy shirt, and you can see a big baggy gut hanging under that big baggy shirt. Let's see. What else do I want to get
Stop
to
it.
before we take a quick break here? You know
Sorry,
what?
that's always me yelling at the dogs.
No, that's all right. We're dog sitting right now, and I can't understand some of the smells that are coming out of this house. Like,
So you have your 2 dogs plus somebody else's.
uh-huh.
Two
Is
dogs.
it a bigger dog or smaller dog?
It's
Small
two,
dog.
two dogs.
Oh, 2.
One's big and one's mid-size, and the mid-size one's touched.
Yeah. And
No.
super hyper, very unique looking animal.
It does look-
And the other one that is the one that is around Rainy size, which is our Lab German Shepherd mix,
Yeah.
is a Labradoodle who is only 6 months old. The
Oh,
same
and a
size
giant.
as the Lab German
Dang.
Shepherd mix. Yes.
Mhm.
And his nose is huge, so you know that he's going to keep growing.
He looks
His
like a
paws are big,
really
too.
cottony Snoopy.
Yeah. With a very narrow face. I mean, he's cute, very sweet, but the other one is sweet too, just crazy.
Okay.
And Rowdy, our Lab, what is he? Border Collie mix,
Mhm.
has had a couple of issues with these dogs. Kind of growled and kind of lunged at him a couple of times. And I think it's just a territory thing because the dogs were trying to get too close to where we were.
Mhm.
And, you know, the dogs showed up just out of the blue and kind of frightened him. So there's been a little bit of chaos at our house just every once in a while. But for the most part, when I'm working, the dogs are pretty cool, except the dogs that are staying with us, they're used to having a doggy door, and we don't have a doggy door.
Oh, yeah.
So one or both of them have been peeing, and one of them pooped in our main floor today. So
Oh.
that's been fantastic.
Yeah, that's always fun to go back to after you've gotten
Oh
out of it.
man.
Uh,
Or
Right.
you're trying to figure out what the one smell is, and then here comes another fucking one. It's like, God damn.
And then we have the cat too. So all of these wonderful aromas are just radiating on our main floor.
I'm telling you,
This is
it's going to have to be a hardcore carpet cleaning, boy.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Let's see, Billy
Hi,
took his
Billy.
train ride today. Where'd you go, Bill? I
Where-
forgot.
I was just going to ask that too.
I think he said he was going to. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what he said he was going. I just remember saying he was going to take a train ride, and he's hanging with Steven.
Yep.
Cool.
For the next couple of days.
So, also in the news is, of course, Trump sending out the National Guard to DC and soon to Chicago, LA, Seattle. Even though Selma Smith. Oh, okay. Still
Okay.
Kakalaki. So anyway, right now they are deployed in DC. They're saying Chicago's next. Tried to do LA, but the judges are saying, hey, you can't be doing this shit with the National Guard. They're not supposed to be used on American soil for American citizens, to begin with. So what they're doing so far is here's the image that they're trying to portray that they have the National Guard doing. So they're making it seem like it's, picking up trash,
You can
doing
find
all
nobody
the.
else to do that. You have to call them
I was going to say, do they not have enough
classy.
like petty crimes? People that
But
do
we're
petty
not
crimes
done.
that can do that type of work.
So of course they asked the incoming tourists, what do you guys think about this? Notice the difference between the people who like it and who don't.
Yeah, I think it needs the attention that it's been given. Yeah, I mean, you can see different cities all over the United States that are having problems, and I mean, just from the things we've been hearing even around town today, and from other people that have been here, the presence is welcome, and I think that anything that we can do to make the cities of the United States safer is better.
Well, now of course, isn't that just
Mm.
hunky dory?
Shucks. Mhm.
Gosh, God Almighty, I'm so happy that they're here to help us and yada yada yada. Now, what do you think the difference is between the tourists and the people who live there? Let's find out.
Oh yeah.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, I've lived here for 2 years. I don't think it's a crime-filled place at all. I feel a lot more unsafe seeing military vehicles on my street.
No, this is bad. This is bad because if anything, it gets people irritated, and people get irritated and they do stupid stuff.
Are you happy that they're out on the streets?
I definitely am, yes.
Donald Trump has got the National Guard out on the streets in DC. Is he making the right move?
I believe so. We need it. It's a terrible thing for us to have this much crime.
I just dropped my daughter off as a freshman at George Washington University. We almost didn't want her to come because I don't want her going to school in a militarized zone, right? So actually I'm out here just checking out what's going on and asking the guys about what they're doing here. They all say they're quite bored. There's nothing to do.
Has it felt like DC, the crime has got worse?
I would say absolutely. And I don't see it during the day, but you hear it on the news at night. So it's just been a constant increase.
Okay. And is that you actually see it, or do you see it being reported on the news?
Being reported on the news.
Okay.
I haven't seen any physical attacks on anybody.
When you say you were nervous about dropping your daughter off at uni, was that because you were worried about all the military on the streets, or you were worried about the crime that they're meant to be a response to?
I'm worried about the militarization of our cities.
Not the crime itself?
No, I lived here before, and this is an incredibly safe city. Of course, it has a couple pockets that are a little less safe, like any city, just like London.
Yep.
So yeah, now I want you to keep that brother in mind, because he was like, yeah, it's definitely getting bigger. Well, have you seen it? No, I haven't seen it. I just heard the reports about it.
Just what they show on TV.
Yeah. And see, and basically that's the problem nowadays is people hear something, especially on the channel that they like, and it becomes gospel.
Right.
People do all this fucking news shopping, and you wind up looking stupid because we have Google, we have DuckDuckGo, ChatGPT is so easy to. Snopes is the easiest one. I even have an app on my phone called Fact Check. It's so easy to fact check shit nowadays, but ignorance is one thing. Ignorance is fine. Willful ignorance is never fine because nothing grows off of willful ignorance. And that's a lot of the shit in the 60s. That was willful ignorance. A lot of people who really wanted to believe the shit that they were taught about black people on TV. And then when it didn't quite fit the narrative, they would make up stories, and that's just the way it's been for a while. Now let's take a look at part 2. I think that brother's still in there. I can't remember. Let's check it out.
I walk home at night at 2 a.m. all the time. I work late as a single woman in the city, and I feel safe. I feel safe. I've lived in a lot of different cities. I've always felt safe here. I've never felt more unsafe than I have these last 2 weeks, where there are military vehicles patrolling my city and the streets are empty because our community is being harassed.
I'm not stupid. I know the city's unsafe, and they make me feel safe. It's simple as that. Anybody who's honest can tell you the same. We should thank them.
If he wanted to address crime, he would address the fact that our schools are underfunded, that there aren't community resources. He frequently complains about kids in the street. If they had places to go, if they had recreation, if they had education, I think a lot of those problems would be solved.
The president says, look, if anything, not only these, if they're not deliberately making the streets safe, they have a deterrent effect.
Well, right here. So you're standing in front of Union Station, okay? But where all the crime takes place is over the other side of the river, and they aren't there. So people always felt safe here. Over there, where people don't feel safe, they aren't there.
So those fellows across the street aren't making you feel any safer?
This is all for show. Just all for show, and a tremendous expense.
I live in Columbia Heights. It's a majority Latino community, majority ethnic community. There's no one out in the streets. Our vendors are gone because the military, the National Guard are harassing everybody who lives there and making all of us feel like we don't belong in our own city. So I think the president is completely out of touch with reality.
So those are the people who actually live amongst this shit going on. Because, there's always some narrative. And then there's always a person who lives on the outskirts of town that they call. and be like, yeah, I'm right down here. This shit is bad, bad, bad. Because we had people in LA saying that. And then they took an aerial shot of the actual area. And it was a really small area compared to what it looked like when they were on the ground.
Right.
So it's just, yeah. Let's see. Those who would give up essential liberty for purchase, a little temporary safety. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You sound smart. That's TC from the NC. Good of you to drop in, bro. So yeah, that's what we've been dealing with lately is just this authoritarian nation nowadays. And the fact that the funny thing to me is how many lemmings are trying to tell the sheep that they're wrong. It's sheep may follow, but a lemming will follow you off the cliff. And that's what we're looking at right now with a bunch of you fools, just follow. We have facts, and we have verifiable facts. We have people who are actually in the situations telling you exactly what he did. Those things are verified. He has 34 counts of guilty with the hush money trial. Yep. He has a bunch of women coming forward, women and girls coming forward, but because essentially it was rape.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what the New York judge said about the one. If you do anything to anybody against their will sexually, it's rape. Yep. I mean, that's all there is to it.
And it's simple too. Now,
super simple.
I'm kind of going to switch subjects here, but are you aware that the reason why he sent the military to the places he sent them is that some of the witnesses from the Epstein files were having a press conference today? Did anyone happen to catch that press conference?
I know that I didn't catch the press conference, but I saw the parade of women going in. And from what I understand, they're going to try to, if Congress isn't going to force a vote to release the files, they're going to release their own files by getting together and comparing stories.
Yep.
And so one way or another, shit's everything that's done in the dark comes to the light. And matter of fact, what's the gay version of swipe left? What's that shit called? Tinder. What's the gay version called?
Grinder or something.
They said that if the Republicans keep trying to push these anti-gay, anti-trans agendas, that they are going to release the list of people who are on Grindr, under their assumed names or whatever. So I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people shitting their pants right now, which, I'm sorry, you deserve the shit.
Yeah.
And again, it comes back to what the hell difference does it make what anybody else is doing unless it's with a child?
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Unless you're doing wrong, who cares what you're doing?
Well, and besides just the military, just the words that he uses, bad things will happen. Yeah. Threats against anyone who disagrees with him. That's authoritarian.
And why does he get... why is he allowed to say those kinds of things? Why hasn't Congress swept the rug from underneath him?
Because a lot of Congress are Republicans that are bootlickers.
You can't just walk around saying shit like that. Bad things will happen and people that go against me and blah, blah,
Apparently
blah, blah,
you
blah.
can, though, especially when you have a bunch of dumb fucks that are afraid of you. And what they're afraid of is not necessarily him. They're afraid of the information he has on them.
Yeah. Yep.
See, and that's why I say I'm not afraid of anything, because there's nothing you can pull out on me that is going to embarrass me or that I haven't put out myself.
Yeah.
I'm just out there with my shit, because just for that reason, I don't want to walk around with something in the back of my head thinking, God, what do people find out?
Right.
That ain't no way to live, boy.
Right.
Let's see, where else was I going with this? Oh, one of the things with what the hell is his name? RFK Jr. So he's in charge of all the health and human service shit right now, and of course he's anti-vax, so he'll say some of the stupidest shit ever. But
oh my God,
one of the things people try to say about it is, well, at least we have somebody that looks like he should be, because he's fit and yada yada yada. Look at this man.
Right? Well, not only that, but just let him say a couple of words,
Oh God, how can you listen to him for more than
right?
15 seconds?
I know.
Because a brain, there's a worm in his brain that died because he
Oh,
ate some bad sushi or something like that. His dumbass dropped a black bear off in Central Park illegally. There's just a
Why
whole
did,
bunch of
why did he
stupid ass shit.
why did he have a black bear?
It's in his book that I didn't read,
Oh,
but he admits to a whole bunch of
go
dumbass shit
go
that he
on.
did.
Go right
But
and it's because he could.
yeah, he's a
on.
Kennedy,
Yeah, exactly. He
but
could.
he's also the embarrassment of the Kennedy clan too. They
Yeah.
don't claim his ass.
Mm-hmm.
I love this lady. I can never remember her name, but she's the one that be putting white people in check. I'm
Oh
sure you've
yeah.
seen her before.
Yep.
Yes, I have
She,
heard
yeah,
before.
she did an experiment one time where it was called brown eye, blue eye. Did you see that one?
Mm-mm.
So essentially, if you have blue eyes, you were the minority, and if you have brown eyes, you were the majority. And so they basically put them in situations where, like, black and brown people would be in, where you can't do this, but they can.
Mm-hmm.
And one or two of them girls couldn't even handle it. They left the room crying, talking about how unfair it was.
Big baby.
So yeah. So that's people just don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah.
And what I don't understand is, like, what does it hurt you any? Because everybody talks about, like, talk about the slavery times and stuff is going to make the kids feel bad. They weren't there.
Right. Exactly.
And even if it was your grandpa's grandpa, I don't give a shit what my grandpa's grandpa did. I don't give a shit what my grandpa did, to be honest with you. I mean, if I found out he was some kind of terrorist or something like that, I'd be like, oh, goddamn. But I wouldn't be embarrassed because he did that shit, not me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I was talking to my friend that lives in Dublin, and she had a really good point. She said, here in the States, there's certain people that want to shelter people from the truth, education, books, all of that stuff of what has actually happened in our history. Whereas, like in Germany, they know that Holocaust happened, but they educate them in elementary school. So
You're
it
not even
doesn't
allowed to
happen
play about
again.
that shit over there.
Yeah.
Like, if you cosplay as a Nazi or something, that's some serious time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they don't fuck around. Like, anything that
So
has to do with Nazism.
let's not hide from the reality. Let's teach the reality so it doesn't happen again.
Exactly.
You ever have, like, a secret that's just been churning your gut and just giving you diarrhea and shit, and then you finally release it to whoever it is that you were afraid to release it to, and nothing happened?
And nothing's that big. It's not that big.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times that's what it is. The people who will say something to you or make fun of you, whatever, they're the ones that ain't got shit going on anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's the reason I don't give a shit what you got going on over here, or you're gay, or you do this or whatever, because I got my own things to do, and it has nothing to do with me.
Right.
They have taken away the things they were taught in school since we were, yeah, they have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, basic, I saw a video where I want to say this guy was, I don't know if he had on something that indicated he was a Democrat or that he was left-leaning or what, but it was a little girl and little boy, couldn't be no more than 8, flipping them off and shit. And then he mentioned it because they were like a few steps behind their dad. They were walking like Home Depot. He mentioned to the dad was basically like, so, and they kept flipping them off again, like right in front of the dad. And it's just like,
hell?
I don't give a shit if it's somebody I hate. My kids ain't gonna flip nobody off as 8 and 9-year-olds.
No kidding.
I mean, what kind of shit is that?
Right.
And that's what they're teaching. Everybody's kids is special.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why everybody has that main character syndrome with their kids, and half y'all got some dumb fucking kids. I mean, how many of them ate Tide Pods and performed crimes in which they recorded and posted them?
Oh, I know. But our oldest works at a daycare, and there are some badass kids there, and she has to talk to the parents. So how was their day? She tells them how their day was, and the parents clearly don't do anything about it because the kids continue to be badass kids. And Gabby's like, they just need a SWAT. Just hit them once. I don't want them to beat their kids by any means, but at least show them that what they're doing is wrong and there's consequences. But don't just say, no, little Tommy, don't do that again, and still allow it to happen.
Or laugh it off.
Yeah,
Well, is
exactly.
that how we act in daycare? No. And
Yeah.
that's all that is said about.
Or
Yeah.
he
And-
doesn't act that way at home.
oh yeah.
He acts that
And-
way here, bitch.
Exactly. And she was saying that one mom said she was complaining about one of the kids to the mom, and the mom's like, well, the teachers haven't said anything at school. And Gabby's like, I don't give a shit. I'm saying something to you now. Maybe they haven't had parent teacher conferences. Maybe they have said something and you're ignoring it. You know, I mean, who cares? I'm telling you what's going on. So why compare it to whether or not the teacher is approaching it you
Yeah.
with it?
And yeah, and especially with that. Well, he doesn't act like that at home.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have to, because
Mhm.
you'll give him every single thing he wants. I mean,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? It's just,
Yep.
you don't say no, you don't oppose him. You
I
don't
would have
make
ever
him
flipped
follow
someone
directions.
off. My parents would have flipped out, raised in
No
the 70s
kidding.
and 80s. Yeah, I was raised in the
Mhm.
80s and 90s. So,
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
and you know, and we're the last of the you know, the kids who got thumped. You know, it's I mean, we expected ass whoopings, and we were like, you know, like, yeah, I deserve that shit. Because you know, when you were doing something, you was gonna get your ass whooped, but you did it anyway
Yep.
because you thought like maybe the ass whooping won't come.
Yeah.
And then
Get
it
away
came.
with it.
Did.
Yep.
We had
You know-
ass whoopings that came for all 5 of the kids that were together, because
One did something.
snitches get stitches, but don't nobody want to say nothing.
Yeah,
Everybody has to take an ass whooping.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's
And everybody
like,
mad at you because they followed the code, but they still got their ass whooped because of you.
Just own up to it. Shit.
Yep.
Yep. Let's see. Do I have anything else? Kind of got through this shit kind of quick. Oh, I forgot to put this up last week, but you know, these people that we are following off a cliff, you know, they're the people of family values and religion, and you have to do everything morally. Well, here I was raised a 90s kid. My dad told me to get it. Oh shit. He got
Ooh.
switches in the
Yeesh.
90s. For those of you who don't know what a switch is, if your parents told you to get a switch, what they were telling you to do was go outside, find a narrow ass tree branch. Don't you bring no thick ass tree branch. It has to whistle in the wind as you're heading home, and they will light your ass up with that thing. Just,
Mhm.
I mean, it's like a weapon. I couldn't even do it. Like, you know, you try to whip that switch
and
around.
it sucks because you picked it out.
They
and
make you pick
they
it.
make you pick your own.
And if it ain't good,
and it better not be too thick, like Jason said, and you don't want it too thin, because the thinner it is, it's gonna hurt more.
that is
Yep.
razor wire.
Yeah. Leaves
so it's like-
spots.
Oh, I don't know which one now.
Did you ever catch the jelly slipper?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, whatever was
Absolutely.
available. Yeah, I didn't even have to grab my ankles. It was just one of those, like, I always hated where you were sent to your room. Here's your room, here's you, and here's your mama.
Get
And so
past
you
me.
have to walk by like and sink your ass in because you got that whooping hand ready.
No, she's gonna fuck you up.
And you know it's coming too because you gotta walk past them. They pop you that one good time on the ass.
Yep.
But they just got it ready. Like they just itching. Like,
Ugh.
get that ass onto that room.
My
Like, it was
mom
always your
would,
narrow black ass or your narrow yellow ass. I always had a color and I was always narrow.
my mom would use a wooden spoon because it hurt her hand. So she would just, yeah,
Oh, it hurt her hand.
it hurt her hand. So she had to use a wooden spoon.
Yeah, no, they just caught you on the soft part of the ass or right behind the hamstring
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
or right where the ass connects to the hamstring.
Yeah.
That's some sensitive ass shit right there, boy.
Yep.
And when you get to be a teenage girl and they have to discipline you, where the hell do you think they smacked us? Right in our mouth.
Yeah. I remember my mom doing that one time. Yep.
I learned my lesson by about 8.
coming out of
No,
our
7.
mouth, and we'd be like, boom, and
Yep.
that happens so quick, and then you just lose it.
Oh,
'cause that
cousin
shit
Sharon, man, she had that quick release. She had that, like, you know, she would pop me and Kendrick, my cousin, because we'd be in the back cutting up. And she had that quick, like, where it left a welt on your leg.
Yeah. I remember my mom getting me one time and her wedding ring hit me. It was right here on the lip. And so I just felt like I had this ginormous swollen lip. I looked in the mirror, no evidence. I'm like, son of a bitch, but it hurt.
Tyra did that not too long ago with one of her girls with her wedding ring. She was like, "Oh, I ended up hitting her with my wedding ring, and
Ooh.
I feel so bad." And blah blah blah. I said, "Is she scarred? No. Then she's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's good,
Exactly.
and I bet she won't do it again."
Yep.
Kung Fu. I was here last week, unless you're talking about bowling show, in which case a couple of storms got in the way, and
Yep.
I have to hang on to my carport by hand.
That poor thing is leaning.
I really should have brought my phone that one time because it literally looked like I was in the Titanic. Because I got those ceiling fans and everything in there.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing is shifting. You just see ceiling fans swaying and shit, and rain coming in sideways. Yeah, and luckily it was a TV that was 15 years old. So I mean, it hit the weight rack, but it was an extra TV anyway, and I have a what do you call it? A projector.
Yeah.
So we have a screen out there too. So really, I would have had 3 TVs on that thing. So I probably just needed to, downsize anyway. We do have what's called the rage pile, where it's like all of our old technology or broken computers and all that kind of shit is just in a pile. And it's things that you wouldn't be able to hit in a normal situation. But since they're already fucked up, we got a sledgehammer. And so just go to town. Like we have a couple of printers, a TV, fax machine. There's a whole bunch of just old electronics out there to just smash.
I need to try that.
Yeah, well, let's try to get you up here early September or October.
They have rage rooms that you can go to here.
I've seen that.
I know there's one in Omaha.
Doing it myself,
but it's like close to $100 for an hour, and so
it's free here.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm too cheap to do that.
Because I got a baseball bat, I got a sledgehammer, I got anything to destroy shit.
You got plenty of blankets to put over it so it doesn't shatter all over you.
Yep.
It's about to go down.
Yep.
We start planning right now.
Yes.
Let's see. Is the turtle safe? He is. He is indoors now.
Yep.
Because the weather's starting to get a little iffy. Shit, that last storm, man, it blew them off.
Oh well, yeah,
blew them over the fence or something. But, yep. 50-inch TV is in his crapper. Who's that? Yeah, whose TV is in the? No, the cat's good too.
Yep.
Cat's just laying down on a bunch of stuffed animals right now, and
she hardly ever goes outside anymore.
No, she figured that shit out. Like, it's dusty.
Yeah,
I get lost.
It's so hot. Yeah, that is the one good thing about it being so freaking hot is she doesn't want to go outside. She's like, nope, I'm good. But once it starts cooling down, she'll probably try to go outside again. But we did fix our fence, so she should stay inside because she knows where she gets fed.
Friend Eric told me bullet. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that did happen. What's her name? Are we talking about the cat?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That was my fan. Hit my pen. Naboo.
Naboo.
Ooh, that could have been my finger.
Ooh, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Naboo is another name for Mercury, and we had a friend that kind of read our planets, and both Jason or Coltrane, and my second planet are Mercury. And so I didn't want to call the cat Mercury because I thought that sounded stupid. So I came up with
It would have been kind of cool though.
Yeah.
There's a running back named Mercury Morris.
Yeah, you'd have to explain it.
For the Dolphins.
There's also a character on Sparkle and Shine. It's a kid's cartoon, but they have a cat named Naboo. That's why.
There you go.
Yeah, that's why it was so familiar to me when I met him.
Nice.
I'll be just damned.
And Jaina had said it's a reflex, those pops in the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, especially if they say some smart ass shit.
Yep.
You can't.
It just happens. Yep.
The other,
Sometimes it's
the
just a
other
white
option is
flash.
to karate chop them in their chin, and you don't want to kill them, so you smack them over their damn mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, yeah. You want to punch them in the throat, but you can't do that.
Yeah, there'll be none of that.
No.
Mhm. I thought this was pretty cool. Wild how the people yelling, "Don't force your lifestyle on my kids," are the same ones trying to make sure their God, their guns, and their sixth grade level opinions run every goddamn classroom.
Yep. Isn't that the truth?
Mm-hmm. Just crazy. Okay, yeah, what I was about to say about the party of God and family values and stuff. Here is Colorado Representative Lauren Boebert. We all remember when she went to the Beetlejuice concert, the Beetlejuice play, right? And she had just
Oh,
met
yeah.
this man about a
Mhm.
day ago.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Firm grasp.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Look, he just got that boob just all. And look, he's just holding it and watching.
I know.
Just
Just
holding
caressing.
and watching. Okay, and there she goes. Oh, two-hander.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, let's make out while I grab your boob in the middle of all these people. She's a fucking representative.
Right?
Right? I was just going to say that. I wouldn't do that out in public.
And-
And he
and
is
a-
caressing that bad boy.
Yeah. And an adult around a bunch of people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do I get this fucker off here? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so and it's always that way because there's so far been about 12 Republican men who have had either sexual assault cases, pedophilia cases, or where they have a whole bunch of videotapes of youngins that they ain't supposed to have. Hey, Jamie, how you doing, honey?
Jamie.
So it's yeah, that's and that's the ones that y'all want to follow off the cliff. Do y'all remember that Alabama Senate race that was probably about 4 years ago? I think his name was Roy. I have to think of it as I'm talking about. Anyway, he was a former judge, and the Democrat, I can't remember his name either, but he was fairly clean cut, no controversies or anything like that. The Republican, the judge, he had
Moore.
What's that?
Tyler said Roy Moore.
Roy Moore, yes, thank you. He was banned from a couple of malls because he was stalking 14-year-old girls.
Oh, gross.
Hitting
Come
on
on.
15-year-olds. Doug Jones, that's right. Doug Jones won by a razor's edge and they were interviewing people, and a lot of them were like, he done some bad things, but he's a Christian and it's more like the way I grew up. That was their excuses.
So you had people that were molesting you when you were little, so it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know,
disgusting.
Yeah. So, and that was the only reason, was because it was closer to her morals and values when she was growing up, because she grew up in the church. But yeah, he done some bad things, I guess. I guess I do have to realize that down in Alabama, there is a lot of...
There's a lot of that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because it is the goddamn country.
But that still doesn't make it right. I mean,
Exactly.
Hell no.
Exactly.
These are children.
Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Wrap up. That's going to be the end of this show. There's a lot of stuff we didn't get to. We'll probably get back to the mystery. Not your fault. We'll probably get back to a lot of the mysteries and scandals and shit. Probably in a couple of... I thought I turned that down. I turned down the sounds. The mystery and scandal stuff will come back probably in a couple of weeks. Right now, we're just doing what's going on in the world. Let's talk about it type shit. Next week, we will talk a little bit more about homelessness in DC and what the National Guard's been doing to them. Also, we will talk about who really pays tariffs. And we're going to have a whole bunch of fun doing a whole bunch of other shit too.
Yeah.
So make sure you tune in every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. Arizona time, 10 p.m. Eastern. The replay is available pretty much the next morning. If you're on the East Coast, it's probably going to be about 7 or 8. But I have to clip things out just in case there's some copyright shit or anything like that. And sometimes you just have to get rid of shit that people don't even want to see, like the intro and all that kind of thing. So every Wednesday live, make sure you come to YouTube because we will be going off Facebook in the next couple of months. I'm just preparing you so that way we can ease out comfortably. Filipinos, do not worry. You will still be on Facebook because I know you can't access us here very easily. So it will be for our international fans. Canadians, you don't count. So you'll have to come to YouTube as well. To make it easy for you guys, here is our official YouTube page. Thanks for jumping in, Diane. We appreciate you.
Yes, thanks for joining.
So also if you are on YouTube currently, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there is a red square with a red triangle in the middle that says subscribe. Go ahead and hover your cursor above that bad boy and click it. You also want to click the bell for notifications, drop a comment, drop a like, and tell your friends about us because, hey, we're pretty cool. If you want to get in touch with our show page, it's on Instagram, TraneWreck'D, or you can hit that QR code. Facebook, just type in Jaded Zen Entertainment or click that QR code. And if you want to talk to me, if you're brave enough to actually talk to me, here is my personal Facebook page, QR code, and such and so forth. And don't forget, check out the Star Maker Bowling show that we did on August 28th. It is in the archives right now. It was very entertaining. No, Mark Cuban did not show up, but there's a possibility he'll show up later. He did get the message. So it was Cena, Star Maker, Scaramucci, and the rest. Is there anything I missed? I do not think so. This is what our page looks like. If you go to YouTube, you'll see our happy smiling faces right there. It says Coltrane. It's easy enough to find. Again, just hover over that square, click it, you're in. Any final thoughts, ladies? Oh, come on.
This week, guys. And if you can't be a blessing to somebody, just don't block theirs. Be good to yourself.
Yes. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. And don't forget that this is Suicide Awareness Month. So can you put up those numbers? Thank you for suicide prevention. If you have any dark thoughts, give yourself 5 minutes. Need any assistance or anybody to talk to, please call 988.
And if you're a person of color and don't think that you're going to find anybody that understands you, no, you're wrong. Call the Black Line. It's not just for Black people. It's for anybody of color, anybody of LGBTQ descent, anybody that feels like they are
marginalized.
Marginalized group. This is for you. So 800-604-5841, 800-604-5841. And I'll tell everybody that always, be good to each other because it's unnecessary to be shitty. And if somebody is shitty to you, don't be afraid to be shitty back.
Mm-hmm.
That's our show. We will see you next week, 7 o'clock Arizona time, 10 o'clock Eastern, Wednesday night, right here on the Coltrane channel. My name is Coltrane, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of TraneWreck'D. If you did, make sure you're subscribed. Let us know in the comments section. Drop a like, and most importantly, share with others. You can easily subscribe here, watch our past episodes of TraneWreck'D here, and check our latest drops right here. Remember to join us live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Arizona time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Replays the next day by noon Eastern. On behalf of the crew of TraneWreck'D, thank you for watching. Hit the button.